Welcome back, guys. Look, guys, I'm going to say this straight up because dancing around it helps nobody. So, guys, I fully understand why Australia wants stronger hate speech laws, especially after the terror Bondi attack. Jewish Australians deserve to feel safe, protected, and confident that the country has their back. That part is not controversial to me at all. But guys, what is controversial and genuinely worrying is how far these new laws might go and how unclear the lines suddenly look. Because there is the uncomfortable truth. When laws become vague, power doesn't get used carefully. It gets used conveniently. And that's exactly what's being flagged right now. Not by the fringe activists, but by the constitutional experts, independent senators, civil liberties groups, and even the progressive Jewish organizations themselves. That should make all of us pause and think about it. So, guys, the idea that criticism of a foreign leader, in this case Benjamin Netanyahu, could even theoretically trigger the criminal consequences in Australia is not a small thing. That's not hate speech, that's political speech. And once a democracy starts blurring that line, it rarely sharpens it again. So you can oppose anti Semitism with everything you have got while still saying this clearly. Criticizing the Israeli government is not the same thing as attacking Jewish people. Those two things must never be merged because when they are, debate dies there and fear takes over. And fear is exactly what chills the speech. People now don't need to be jailed to be silenced, they just need to be uncertain. So, guys, what worries me most is not what Albanese or Tony Burke say they intend to do with these laws. Governments always talk about the intention. What matters is what the laws allow when intentions change. Because ministers don't last forever, but legislation does. And giving any future government the power to decide that ridicule or contempt causes psychological harm is a dangerously soft standard for something that can lead to prison. And let's be honest with ourselves, guys. Australians argue. We mock politicians, we ridicule leaders. It's basically a national sport. If that suddenly becomes legally risky when the topic is Israel, but not when it's China, Russia, or the US, then we are not talking about the protection anymore. We are talking about selective sensitivity enforced by the law. And even more telling is the fact that an amendment was proposed, a simple clarification that criticism of the foreign states' policies should not be caught by these laws. And it also failed. So, guys, that's not accidental, that was a conscious choice. And when lawmakers refuse clarity, it usually means they want the flexibility. I'm not saying people will be dragged off for holding a placard tomorrow. I'm saying that when laws rely on the intelligence warnings, then ministerial discretion and loosely define the harm, ordinary citizens start self censoring. Protest gets quieter, language gets safer, and accountability also gets weaker. So you can oppose neo-Nazis and extremist groups without building a legal net so wide that peaceful protest, human rights advocates, or even Jewish critics of Israel themselves worry about where they stand. That's not strength, that's overreach. So, guys, yes, protect communities from hate, absolutely. But don't do it by weakening the very freedoms that allow Australians to argue, protest, and hold power to account. Because once those freedoms are framed as optional, history shows they are rarely handed back easily. So that is my view. You don't have to agree with it, but pretending this is nothing to worry about isn't serious. And Australians deserves a serious conversation, guys, not just the reassurance after the fact. So, guys, thank you so much for joining in today. And this was the major update, guys. If you think this needs to be heard and voice needs to be raised against this, please raise a thumb and also let me know your thoughts in the comments. I will see you guys in the next video. And if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe for such amazing daily updates and breakdowns. Thank you.